Hi, I'm back with another video, and I decided I would do a bookshelf tour. As you can see, I'm in front of a lovely bookshelf, but these are going to be split into parts 1 and part 2 because I have 2 bookshelves, and they're both pretty packed. And I'm not going to be doing this one first because it is very messy, as you can tell from behind me. But with that being said, I am starting with my smaller bookshelf, which is the more organized of the two. Also, if you didn't notice, I got my hair cut. So, yeah. Here is an overview of my bookshelf. This is like the top part, the first row of books, second, and then third. We are going to start up here. I have a random liquid eyeliner and then a fishbowl without a fish in it. What happened was I got this fish because I wanted it at prom, and I named it Gatsby, and I was so excited, and I came home later that night and it was dead. So Gatsby ended up floating in the water dead. This is my TBR jar. Got a lot of books in there. I have a crap ton of note cards, and here is the book that I was currently reading. It is Beautiful Creatures, and now I'm on to Beautiful Darkness. I have a tea mug, which I've had up here for like 6 months now. Some assorted of makeups, my DS, pain reliever, more makeup, bracelets, trash. And then this is a box with all of my colored pencils in it, and then here is some paper. My first shelf, and starting first, we have Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. I have yet to read that because I don't have the rest of the books. We have 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. World War Z by Max Brooks. We have The Maze Runner by James Dashner. The Scorch Trials, also by James Dashner. The Death Cure, still by James Dashner. And my sister has the 4th book. We have the collector's edition of The Fault in Our Stars, which was definitely needed. We have 1984 by George Orwell. We have Tagami Bachi. I was supposed to give this back to my friend a while ago, like 4 years a while ago. We have Wicked, Witch and Curse. My dad gave this to me. I still have yet to read it. He gave it to me like 4 years ago. This is a book that was my niece's. It's Jesmond's Starry Night. I don't know why I have it on my bookshelf, but it's there. Why Shouldn't You Eat Your Boogers and Other Useless or Gross Information About Your Body by Francesca Gold. This is also my niece's, and it was The Swiss Family Robinson by Johanne Wyss. Then I have this book, and it's Habitudes, and it was a book of, like, when I was in a student leadership at my church by Dr. Tim Elmore. We have Wise Young Women Believe and The Truth That Sets Them Free by Nancy Lee DeMoss and Danny Gresh. We have Dancing in My Nutty Pants by Louise Renninson. Party Princess by Meg Cabot. Where I'd Like to Be by Frances O'Rourke. And this was my sister's, as you can tell, but I ended up reading it so many times, so now it's mine. This is Sunny. It's part of the California Diaries. I haven't read this in a while. It's Anne M.R. Martin, and I realize it's like the 2nd book. His Princess Retreat Weekend is a workbook by Sherry Rose Shepherd. Then I have Decision Making on the Wheel of God by Gary Friesen. This is a book I bought because I went to visit a college, and the youth ministry professor recommended it, so there it is. Then I have Think About It, which is a book I got from the college I'm going to by Don Meyer. He's the dude who runs the college, see? So yeah. And then we have The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Don't worry, I have the rest of the series, it's just not on this bookshelf. I don't know why. We have Holman's Illustrated Guide to the Bible by Mike Beaumont. We have A Mother-Daughter Devo, which my mom told me to put on my bookshelf just in case I needed it for when I had a daughter. But we have Let Me In by John Ajvad Lind. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry. Battlefield of the Mind Study Guide and Battlefield of the Mind book, and they're both by Joyce Myers. We have Alone by David Small, Foxfire by Anya Seton, or Seton, Trial by Fire by Nancy Taylor Rosenberg, my bad, Queen of Hearts by Susan Richards Shreve. Then we have The Post-Birthday World by Lionel Shriver. And then Not What You Expected, and it's a collection of stories by Joan Aiken. Alright. We have Xenia's Childhood by, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just gonna not even try. And then we have A Good Man Is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. Then we have Avalon by Anya. Say, hey, I have a book by her up here. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's cool. And then this is Short Stories, and it's just a collection of short stories, and the only reason I have this is because of the beautiful cover. Like the old cover, yeah, you get it. The Marshal and the Murderer by Magdalene Nab. Courtyard of Dreams by Anne Minardo. Charming Billy by Alice McDermott. In God We Trust by Jean Shepherd, I think. The Quest of the Fair Unknown by Gerald Morris. The Beechmont Letters by Kathleen Twomey. Election by Tom Perrotta. And then we have The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. Peter and the Starcatchers by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson, and this was actually my ex's book and I have to give it back to him. We have An Object of Beauty by Steve Martin. Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Lord of the Flies by William Golding. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Oh, if I'm going fast, it's because my mom is yelling at me to get this stuff done. So The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. The Big Bad City by Ed McMahon. The Visitation by Frank Peretti. Dark Lady by Richard North Patterson. Pompeii by Robert Harris. The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. A Midsummer's Night's Dream by Shakespeare. Revenge of the Witch by Joseph Delaney. Sarah's Key by Tatiana de Rosnay. Oh goodness. The Dreammaker's Magic by Sharon Shin. Intensity by Dean Koontz. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Now we're on the last shelf, and I'm going to show you this first. It is a box where all my Barnes & Noble's books came in. I'm just kind of keeping it here, and then I have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, because I don't have any other books by them. And then I have this necklace that my dad got me for graduation, and new student information for my college, and then a card for graduating, and then Son of God, movie, and then something I did in English class. So, we're going to go backwards. I have The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and I have the Beautiful Creatures box set. Beautiful Darkness is out of here because I'm reading it right now. I have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I have Robots by something. And then I have Six Tales of the Jazz Age and Other Stories by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Every Day by David Levithan. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Heaven is for Real by Todd Burpo. Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. Anna Dressed in Blood by Kildare Blake. Eleanor Park by Raymond Rowell. Asylum by Madeline Rowe. The Tragedy Paper by Elizabeth Laban. Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delara. Almost Moon by Alice Sebold. The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson. And Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. And Blood and Chocolate by Annette Curtis Klaus. Alright. So, that is all that is on my bookshelf, and sorry for me being crooked first off, and for the ending being very, 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 very sped up, but I have to go do this stuff for college, or else I'm not going to college, and my mom's getting on my nerves about it. So, until next time, this is part 1 of my bookshelf tour, so, see ya.